Hi, Dawn Lewis here, and today I have a Copic colouring video for you, and these are the images I used in my shadow card project. I'll link to that project below so you can see how the whole card is made, but this is colouring only using Copic markers. I'm going to start with this image on the front, which is from Brutus Monroe's Be Unique stamp set, and if you're looking for Brutus Monroe in Australia, you can find it at dawnlewis.com.au. And Copic markers there as well. I'm going to use two shades of blue because the front of this card says normal is boring, and so I wanted to make this bunny a bit blue. I love these images, and it's actually not too hard to choose colors to go on them because they just speak to me. So I'm using the same blues for the clouds as well as for the beret and the jacket. They're going to be pale blues, which is B0000, B000, and B00. I will keep all of the colors up on the left hand side of the screen, and also if you want to see more close-up photos and get more information, you can find that on my blog, which I will also link to below. So for this, I just tried to figure out where would the shading be. Where's the shadow going to be on the beret? Beret is kind of nice and floppy, so the fabric would be, you know, kind of caved in on that flippy floppy bit at the front. And so I've gone in just with three colors, keeping it really simple and keeping it really soft and pastel for the jacket and for the beret, as well as the inside of the ear. Now for the rest of the bunny, I'm using B23, B45 and B37. Not a combo I would normally use, but thanks to Sandy Olnock's hex chart, I'm finding I'm using combinations that I would never have thought of. Now right up front, I'm going to be very apologetic and say, yes, I can see that there is a section of the hoodie on the right that I missed. I do come back and fix this, but it's not on the video, but you will see it fixed and proper in the finished card. I promise, I promise. It drove me mad when I came back and saw it later on as well. So I am shading with these colors to give our blue bunny a different tone. So being B20s, 30s, 40s, this is a darker tone of blue. There's more gray in this. It's not quite as bright. So Copic markers, the way that they have the coding on them is not only to help you order them and help people keep them in stock, but the codes mean something. It really refers to how bright and pure or muted it is in that first number, and in the second number it's letting you know what the pigment intensity is. I've used the same darker blue on the zipper and a teeny bit of pink for the nose. Let's color the cat. The cat is on the inside of the card, and we're going super rainbow here because the stamp I use says march to the beat of your own drum. The clouds are exactly the same using that pale blue combo, and I also used it on the eyes and for some stripes on the hat. I was trying to mimic the colors on my beautiful Lawn Fawn really rainbow background paper. That particular one is called Pink Tutu, and so I wanted to mimic the same colors that were on the paper on the cat and the outfit that the cat was wearing. So the front of the card's kind of all bland and blue, and the inside of the card is just so vivid and bright. For my beautiful pinks, I'm using R81, R83 and R84. I love this pink combo. It is one of my favorites. You can see it's a nice muted pink. It's not like leery and bright and fluorescent, but it's still very vibrant, and I really like it. It does really well for this cat. And you know, I know cats aren't supposed to be pink, but they're also not supposed to carry umbrellas, wear beanies and glasses and head out into the rain. So I think we can afford to break some rules here for our color combinations. I'm just doing some really basic shading. I tend to like to do flicky kind of motions because I find if I do it hard, it's much harder to blend out that hard line when it's nice and solid. When I've got little flicks at the ends, it just seems easier. I've added a couple of red stripes onto the hat just with a couple of markers, R14 and R08, just strengthening up, and then some yellow in the other stripes that are left over, as well as the pom-pom, and that Y17 brings a real depth to it. Some yellow greens for our lime green umbrella, Y01, 03 and 05, very fun. And for the handle of the umbrella, I just used a C3. For the zipper and the pull cords for the hoodie, I'm using violets. Oh, they're so bright. I kind of wish I'd used them for a brighter feature. V15 and V17, just to put in those shadows. And where the zipper is kinked, I'm making it darker, but where it's kinked in the opposite direction, I'm making it brighter. The rest of the hoodie is going to be orange, and I'm using yellow, red, YR 21, 12, and 15. Again, unusual colors, but that hex chart, I'm telling you, if you are really into Copic markers and you don't already have Sandy Allnock's hex chart, I highly recommend it. You know what? I'm going to link to where you can get that below in the comments, because I get tons of use out of mine. So I'm going to start adding in shadows, and I'm trying to keep in mind, you know, where the curve is going to be on this, where the sun's hitting it. If the hands are in the pocket, it's going to be brighter on the top and shadier over in the corners because it's kind of got a raised surface. So there are a few considerations to take into account when coloring this. But you know, one of the great things about seeing colored images online is if you've got this stamp set and you're thinking, how do I shade it? Shade where I shaded. You know, have a look at where I shaded, and you just do that, and you start to realize and recognize where shadow and highlight really needs to go. And adding in shadow, like really putting in a proper deep shadow, that is the thing that gives our card all that dimension. It makes it look round, and it makes it look shiny, and it makes it look like it's not flat and kind of boring. So we've got tons of, you know, shadow in here, and I came back in and out and tried to blend it so it was quite seamless. And I was really happy with the way that it came out in the end. It came out really nicely, and you know, it really does look like that cat is wearing a proper hoodie. This is the finished card, and I'll put that link below. I do hope that you enjoyed watching me color along. It's a little something new I'm trying, because I know that sometimes you want to watch the card but you don't want to watch the coloring, or you want to watch the coloring, you don't want to watch the card. Let me know in the comments below, do you enjoy having this as kind of a two-part so you can watch the parts that you're interested in? I'm really curious to know what you think there. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I do hope that you have a very crafty day, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.